What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna apologize right now. I got some idiot outside with the car just blasting on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. So there may be just absurd amounts of background noise. Sadly, in this day and age, when you go talk to strangers and say, you know, hey, could you turn that down a little bit? They look at you and completely ignore what you're saying. But I guess that's how the world works now. Nothing good for sale. Anyway, what's going on there, Yao Brook? Fighting shooter, yeah, the floors are already one mat. Central, what up? Famlit, Cody, Herobrand, Salty Barbecue, KX, Mystic, I'm doing good. What's going on, Jack? Shinobi, Sydney, Aaron? Everybody's here. What's going on, all? So anyway, I just heard a rumor, and I gotta go try it, as... I don't know. Somebody just said in the DD2 Discord that something happens to the red hats on the Incursion if you shoot it with a Pathfinder staff. Now, I'm sure I'm just getting trolled. But, I mean, something like that, you just gotta try, you know? So before I get started in Onslaught, I am gonna run this Incursion real quick and see if there's anything funny going on with the Pathfinder. Well, that sucks there, Shinobi. Hopefully you're feeling better. Alright, we will see if there's any sort of strange interaction. Yeah, 45 is the 114 flares now, Luis. So I'm just going to kind of spam build it here. Get to the end, chat to you all while this just runs, and then play around with those red hat skeletons and see if there's any sort of interaction at all. So, let me just slap down a bunch of randomness. I think that's probably good, right? Maybe? Am I ever coming back to Xbox? Periodically. I mean, I've got grind to attend to on the PC now. Mystic. It'll be like a once a month type thing. I'm not gonna get to end game on the Xbox. It's too much grind, and there's just been too many bugs and everything. It would be, I mean, it's irritating enough just to do it on one platform, you know? I mean, completely hooked on the game, but some of the stuff, some of the bugginess has been just unreal, you know? Well, I'm looking for a GPU. They're radioactive. I'm running two 295 X2s in Crossfire. So it's old, you know? One of the problems is although I can run all the current games, is it produces massive amounts of heat. And like, I don't have any issues with DD2, but when I'm running other games, I'm having problems like my mic cutting out, having to turn graphics settings down, which I've never really had to do before. And it's time, you know, it's been years. I've been rocking this old GPU for several years now. Anyway, I'm really hoping there's something to this red hat thing, but we will see after we get this map blazed through. Feel free to give me any suggestions. See, now, do I want to put any last resort here in case I just snoozed and missed Captain Dreadbones? I mean, I guess I could. Let me just do that, just because we got so much DU. See, I didn't put anything in for these flyers, huh? This DU here, you know what? I'm just going to pay attention. Yeah, see, you've got a much better graphics setup than I do here, but as far as performance-wise, you probably only benchmark maybe 1,000 or 2,000 higher than me. But the difference is I require just massive cooling and power consumption from the cooling. Just come all the way out with it. The hell with it. What am I doing? I'll put this one here to catch both of those lanes. And I guess just do that. Alright, so let's let this run. I'll try not to miss Captain Dreadbones. I do not use explosive poison currently, Ghosts. I'm going for more of a single target damage. And now that the darts are buffed a little bit, I'm using explosive poison even less than before. Just because the dart damage is enough to make it worth putting down a second PDT if you need it. So, I mean, you know, in ideal situations where it's like a close area where the mobs are bunching up, or there's a bunch of mobs going through a close corridor or whatever, you can't really beat explosive poison. It's going to get the job done. That's what I'm seeing, Demon Child. Every time I've done the Lost Temple since then, I've had an Omega Wave every single time. So I don't know, but I'm assuming. I've done what? I've done, since 59, including 59, I've done, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've done like 6, I want to say like 6 Lost Temples, and they've all had Omega Waves. I had this map last night on like floor 82 or 83 or something like that, and over there was a controlled burn lane. Oh my god, it got really chaotic. I didn't see that it was a controlled burn lane over there, and I didn't build for it. It was bad. That's floor 40 now. The good one is at floor 45. The squiddy stuff is at floor 40. This is one of the new pets. Now, there's 2 new pets. I got them yesterday. I bought them. Another player hooked me up and sold both of them to me. One of them is actually bugged. This is Proto Bud. He's rolling creeper stats. So, essentially, it's a creeper pet. As you see, I've got water damage on this one, which also opens up the water abilities. So I'm going with Snowball on my boost, on my Nuke Monk with it. And then there's also this other pet, which actually looks really cool, Nigel. But there's something buggy with it, and it won't evolve. So there's no way to get it evolved. They've widened the pool, if that's your question, Jamie. You are seeing more maps than before. It does seem like I'm seeing a lot of the same old ones, though. Right now, I'm actually at my highest floor, so with the scaling, if you compare it to the old system, this is probably the equivalent of like floor 260-ish, maybe? Something like that? 260, 270? Yeah, I'm gonna guess probably 260. If you compared the mob health directly from the old system. Well, thanks there, Kai. Luke, what up? I'm gonna feel so dumb if that's what it is. Now, like I said, I don't know if I got trolled or not. I just wanna try this before I jump into Onslaught, as it was too good to pass up. But most of the players that have been around for a little while know that I grinded for ages to get a Pathfinder. I ended up buying it. I didn't even find one myself that I liked. and upgraded it to Chaos 7 and made it legendary. And supposedly people are saying that if you shoot the red hat skeletons with the Pathfinder, something additional happens. So I just wanted to take just a minute and play around with it. All weapon mods, it's a bug. They're not supposed to, that's why I don't really do it. I am using them, I'm not gonna lie. But all weapon mods are being procced by boom servos right now. So if you got anything, and a lot of the shards are too, like Life Leech is proccing off of the booms, you'll see you just randomly will get healed up like 300, 400,000 off of one of your things. And trust me, the Life Leech on the Ancient Power is not that good. Although the Ancient Power, it's being procced off Ancient Power as well. So yeah, the boom servos and weapon mods are a little buggy right at the moment. I actually really want to get that one, though. That looks like a super fun mod. I got a really low quality one, and I didn't want to give up one of my good mods for a lower quality one. But if I really want to get that skeleton one and Banjaxed. Now I want to use them both on the same weapon. But the problem is on the monk is you can't give up that cooldown, the focused power, or you lose the big shots if you give that up. I haven't gotten high enough where it's been a problem yet. Radioactive. I mean, it's a definite nerf. You know, it no longer scales in Onslaught, but before it was on the powerful side. You know. I mean, I wasn't complaining. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. But it was definitely OP. You know, it was one of the OP things that didn't get discussed because everybody just wanted to use it. And that's, I mean, I was using it too. I'm no different than anybody else. But it was, I mean, you look at it with the health scaling, it's definitely a bit on the strong side. Your defenses shouldn't scale with the difficulty. You know, your strategy and your build should. That's my next video. What do you guys think? I was debating on putting out a video, but I didn't want people to get mad at me. I was going to make a video about the bee changes and run some examples and call the video, "Your bees didn't get nerfed, your build got nerfed." Because all you have to do is slightly tweak your build with bees, and they're just as strong as they were before. Yeah, you do as you climb higher. Sophisticus could answer that better because he's been grinding through it. He knows exactly where it was, where he got the point, where it was going up by 3 floors. EV2's awesome. Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh, crap, it's range mobs from over there. That ain't right. Hacks. Man, I'm gonna have to sell something and put a reflect beam there. That is some serious hacks right there. Yeah, I missed. Jeez. I'm talking in the higher difficulties here, bro. Ah, man, what am I gonna sell? Oh, looks like this one's going. Peaky's been around for a minute or two. Ranged mobs with the hacks. That's just wrong. I wonder if they're going to throw underneath. I don't know. We'll see. We will find out soon enough. This is one of them. There's 2 new pets, Donald. This is the Proto Bud. It's like the little banker. Little banker dude. I've got tons of perfect mods, but the majority of them are mods that I don't use. That's the problem. I mean, now don't get me wrong, perfect mods are rare. For me to get the tons of perfect mods I have, I've spent a ton, and I've played a ton, you know. But, you know, you always get the ones you don't want. That's how it works. They're not useless FTV. They're just as effective as they were before, but don't use more than 3. I mean, I've said this since day one, but if you were a 5B builder, go 3 Bs and 2 Auras, and it's a win. Bs are super, super strong. In fact, they're just as strong as they were before, and Bs didn't get nerfed at all. What got nerfed was your build. If you're spamming Bs everywhere, you got nerfed. If you're varying things up, then you didn't. What perfect mods would I really want? Well, I mean the big name ones, you know. Tenacity, Piercer, Melee Boom, Melee Damage. I'd still love to get a perfect Snake Poison one, because I've got a really good one, and it's just crappy. I use it still, so I have another option for controlled burn lanes. God dang it, man. Snoozing. Ugh. Yeah, use 3 Bs, a couple of Flame Auras, and play on the Dryad. Oh, that's so irritating. It was the last wave. I'm not doing it. I don't care enough to do it. Sorry, y'all. I'm not testing the Red Hat theory. I'm getting to Onslaught. That's what I wanted to do today anyway. Somebody else is going to have to test that Red Hat theory. I don't want to pay attention right now. And I don't want to build on the boat. Alright, let's get some Onslaught going. Let's see, so I'm starting off on floor 85. If you don't want to use the Dryad, then don't use the Dryad, Luke. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using the Dryad. But if you don't want to use it, don't use it. You know, it's your game. You're creating your own experience, so use what you want. Alright, let's get it going. Because no more than 3 Bs will attack a single target, Luis. So if you go past 3, then you're increasing the chance that Bs are going to sit stagnant and not do anything. There's got to be enough targets to have... I mean, even at 3 Bs, you still require 3 targets to not have Bs sitting stagnant, you know? The Gun Witch is super fun. I love playing on the Gun Witch. In fact, I'm going to be switching over to a Gun Witch for these floor pushes. And using, what do we got? Omega Squad Lada. So we got Frosties, Cyborgs, and Lady Orcs with Pilot on. So, I'm going to just treat this like a Frosty lane with stun, basically. Instead of using auras, I'm going to use some Fissures, since I've got my Fissures all set up for Frosty Mayhem. Only 30 mobs. Tempted to throw a PDT in the back just for good measure. Let's do it. It's a lot of DU on that lane. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. I'll keep an eye on the mini-map. I did a great job about that last map, right? What do we got? Hey, here these guys can't be stunned. I'm gonna use weapon mans anyway, just because they're strong. You know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just stack up other stuff. Omega Squad Alpha. We got no cyborgs, geode shieldies, and hex throwers. Piece of cake, right? Do something like that. Actually, you know, a proton would be good. Well, proton will slow them at least. Let's get a proton up in there. Oops, wrong EV. Yeah, the Fisher fire damage stacks. There we go, that'll work. Geohex Zerker throwers. Kind of got an easy lane over here. So I'm just going to do a standard stacker there. Lightrayne's busy beating everybody down in Magic Arena. I still didn't download it. How big of a download was it, Light? You remember? What do we got up top? EMP Zappas. Let's see if Super Skyguard will get the job done. I beast moded my Skyguard towers. What do we got over here? Psylava Whompers with armored and soft spot. And Winter's here. Alright, so we'll go ham with the Fishers again over here. I will throw some Last Resort stun in. This side, however, I think I'm just going to aura it all the way to the spawn. This side, however, we're going to go Fishers instead to get that frosty hotness going on. $20 left. Well, I guess we can throw a LSA out here to buff everything. It's going to reach it all right there. Let's see. Yep. Awesome. I don't know, Random. I can't answer that question yet because I haven't gotten high enough. Yeah, I don't add moderators very frequently. It's a small channel, you know. Lightrayne, I work Lightrayne to death instead. And Twinkie usually helps out as well. What lane do I want to ignore? I tell you what, I said I was going to work the Skyguard. Let me at least give it a little love. We'll go like that and just let it fly here. This one shouldn't be too tough. Make sure this flyer or this fire lane here is going to hold up. I'm sure it'll be fine, but we will see. Oh, Frost Orcs are getting out there. The mobs are... Trendy wasn't joking about the scaling. The mobs are definitely getting healthier quicker, you know. I mean, like I said, this is only floor 85, and it's the equivalent of being like 260-ish in the old system. So the mobs are healthy. There is no doubt. The target floor changes now, Donald. Yeah, he made it radioactive. What's going on there, Omni? Omni used to moderate, but now he just shows up and trolls me. You guys remember that back in the day when Omni used to moderate? You should get whichever one looks like the most fun to you, Atomize. If you're asking me what I would get the EV2, but that's just me, you know. Don't base it off of my decision, base it off of yours. The EV2 is my favorite, you know. Loved that girl in DD1. Loved her in DD2. No one's made it. I think the highest is, I don't know, where's Shiki at? I don't even know if Shiki is the highest. Or not Shiki. Derp. Nagiri Toro. Derp derp. I think Nagiri is the highest right now, but I don't know. I'm just guessing. Yeah, it's a fun builder, Camden, for sure. Nagiri is like 120, 130, something like that. There's nobody gonna be at 999 for a little while. In fact, I would bet there won't be more than a couple people at 200. Like within the next, I bet in the next 30 days between all the platforms, there's less than 10 people at 200. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean it's getting difficult. It's not really the maps; it's the Omega waves. Can be rough, you know, if you're not prepared for it. It can tear you up. I asked him earlier. He said he was at 120 a couple of hours ago, and he wasn't playing at the moment. So I'm assuming he's still right around there. He said he was at like, I'm pretty sure he said he was at 120. Ish, and said he was going to play around with the Incursion secrets some more. So he's not at 140 for sure, because that, like I said, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, 2 hours ago I was in bed, so. That doesn't sound optimal to me, FDV. I think my Shocking Revelation build is better. First off, if you're using defense rate as a shard and a mod, you're instantly losing. Because, and Nagiri's got gilded defense rates. If you put a gilded defense rate on it, you're at the cap. So if you use a mod, you're just wasting the slot. So that's definitely... I mean, my Shocking Revelation mod, or Shocking Revelation setup wrecks it. It has wrecked it. Ever since the beginning. But yeah, you don't stack defense rate once you have access to gilded shards. Why are you so curious, Jacob? I'm not looking for any mods. Lightrayne does everything. That's basically how it works. Twinkie helps out when he can, but Lightrayne does everything. Omni's just there to look good. That's what he keeps saying. Exclamation WM in chat there, Ryan Camden. That's gonna eat at me now. I wish I wouldn't have lost that Incursion, but like I said, it's early in the morning. I'm not up for paying attention to squishy bosses that spawn on a boat. Omni is the mascot. That's about accurate. This is my highest floor in the new system, Mason. In the old system, my highest floor was 257. Somebody pushing? Or no? It did. The Skyguard got the job done. That's pretty much what everybody's doing, FTV. I mean, most of the people that are climbing, that's what they're doing. I mean, weapon manufacturers are in a great place right now. Proton beams are in a great place. Poison dart towers are in a crazy place. Flamars have been OP forever. So, I mean, just a weapon manufacturer, Flamar, a PDT combo, just those 3 towers will literally beat every single wave if you wanted to use just that. No, it's not going to happen, Central. They've already said that's never going to happen. DD2's engine and license are not set up for it. It would cost them $1 million probably to get cross-platform enabled, and they would not make anywhere near that back. So, I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. I mean, I wish, but it's not. Trendy has actually addressed it many, many times over the years. Fortnite's using Unreal 4 and has a $200 million a day budget. Rocket League, with the development they had, I don't know what they're using, but I'm sure if they're on Unreal 3, they're at least using a supported version of Unreal 3. DD2 is on an unsupported Unreal 3 version that doesn't receive updates. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What's in the box? I got my first Chaos 8 amp, by the way, and under the new system. It was on floor 78, I think it was. I'd have to look back again, but I'm pretty sure it was floor 78. What did we get there? What's that bow? Well, me. Low roll. Alright, well, there's floor 85. Let's move on. Floor 89 should be the next Omega Wave, I believe. Kursakazi and Cyborg, she threw Tenacity on it. It's countered. I mean, there's a mod or a defense to counter every mob. So it's your choice. You know, that's the good thing now, is you have the option of choosing. You can use defenses to counter mobs. And of course, for Cyborgs, you wouldn't use ground traps, R's, and nodes. Cyborg is countered 100%. Or you use mods, and the mod that counters Cyborgs is Tenacity. EMP stabby stabs. Let's get an obelisk going on this one. EMP stabby zappers. Actually, we don't really need one. I'm going to put one here anyway. Alright, what do we got here? Omega Squad Beta. We got all the throwers, so let's get a reflect beam down. Do I even have a reflect beam set up? Yeah, it's got a relic on it. Good enough. Alright, and then we got the Hex Thrower, Cyborgs, and Shieldies. Maximum effort. Get weaker with each unique source of damage. So we want to add lots of unique sources of damage. Let's just go 1 Lightning Strike, 1 Flame Aura. So there's 3 sources. Let's go 4. And we'll overkill it, and we'll go 5. So there's 5 sources of damage. The only you should use the auto-equip gear until you understand the stats, really. Once you understand the stats, you're really going to want to not use that anymore and equip all the gear yourself. Now, like, I used it when I was doing ancient power resets and stuff, but I didn't care what stats I got. I was just doing it for champion score only, you know, just to unlock the next tier. Go with the standard stacker here as well. And what's that leave me? 330 left for these double lanes. We got a proximity Timmy, so that should be an easy win, and armored. So, alright, so we got gifts. We got handed the Trendo gifts this morning, as this is just an easy peasy lemon squeezy lane. Nope, I never put the other Skyguard over here. Gonna need that. Let's upgrade. Yeah, let's just go ahead and upgrade the Skyguards and call it good here. I do use cannonballs a lot, radioactive. I love them. It's one of my favorite defenses. Exclamation LSA or exclamation FA will get you full rundowns on both of those defenses there, Logan. I prestiged 42 times. I'm done with Ancient Power unless they change the Ascension caps. I'm at the Ascension caps now. So all I would get from prestiging is 5% more gold, 5% more XP, and 1 more Ancient Power point. Which it doesn't really feel worth it to me to do it anymore. I would lose hundreds and hundreds of crafting materials if I reset again. By hundreds and hundreds, I mean hundreds and hundreds of hours of grinding. I mean, just my Chaos 8 items alone I've got easily 200 hours of dungeon map grinding into. So it's just, I'm done with the resets for sure. I would just lose too much. I would have to play in an extra 1,000 hours probably to get everything back up. Yeah, the ballistas are awesome too. I mean, I use them just for testing purposes to check the buffs and stuff. But they were absolutely incredible before, and they got buffed, so now they're even better. I don't use the ballistas though because I just am stuck on DD1 harpoons, and if I can't get that rapid fire like in DD1, I just don't want to use them. I'll just use the cannonballs because I do like cannonballs, you know. Nash rolling out. Nash getting wrecked, hopefully. Yep. Eddie, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate you a ton. What's going on there, Bronx? How you doing? Is this 86? Yeah, this is 86 now. Alright, let's see. Where's 1500? That's my second time hitting Ascension 1500. No bells and whistles go off this time, though. It's just like, oh, okay. I have. I really like those escapist games there, Central. Been itching to use ballistas more often? Use them. I mean, they're good, no doubt. Exclamation PDT there. There, Lightrayne's all over it. It's all there though, guys. Everything I use is all there on my channel. Sadly, I have received no major upgrades. Any time now would be fine. Let the rest of this wave run. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. I failed to prepare. So I will be right back in one moment. Thanks, everybody. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Gonna have to look at the wiki and see if it's come along far enough with the shards to start linking the wiki instead, because DD2 tools will be gone pretty soon. Sadly, sad days. Shard RNG does suck. There's no doubt about it. There's no way of sugarcoating it. It just straight up sucks. Wiki still has the Incursion stuff as shards. They dropped in random places throughout the game. They weren't called C8 shards then, Central. They were just regular shards. They were just in the pool with other stuff. There were shards that were disabled because they were broken in some way or another. And Trendy just ended up calling them C8 shards. That way they'd have a way to list them. They should have just taken them away long ago. They've screwed up on those C8 shards. Because there's been patches. I mean, they've been disabled so many times. This will be like the third time that those shards have been disabled. If you're a returning subscriber, a lot of times it doesn't show there, Jacob. So if you unsubscribe and then subscribe back, it won't show you. Or maybe the bot's just snoozing. One of the two. Do something like the Terraria wiki. That's a good idea. You can't get this one anymore. That's no longer available there, Camden. That's for being a member of the Defense Council, which used to mean something and means nothing anymore. We get a special group in the forums where only Defense Council members can talk, but nobody posts there very frequently. Alright, let's see if anything good's in this box. Yeah, I think it would be good if the wiki was up to date. I agree with you there, 100% there, Radioactive. Wikis are the stuff, you know? I thought I saw a C8 amp drop. Nope, no such luck. Alright, so 86 down, moving on to 87. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest problem, is every game has so much hidden information. Yeah, that was the only way to play the game back then, Camden. You had to pay for it. So, the Defense Council is people that paid first, basically. People that were in years ago. It doesn't really mean anything. We get a special skin, is it? We get the ketchup and mustard skins. Yeah, I think they may have temporarily added it in with, the deluxe. There was like a deluxe, DLC or whatever. And I think they added that in temporarily. A collector's edition type thing. And the Defense Council people went crazy over it, so they pulled it off. You know, people want their special stuff. It's all that gray loot from that incursion. Alright, what do we got? I use them, I like them. I think they do look good, but it's definitely the ketchup and mustard skin. All it is red and yellow. There's better looking skins, in my opinion. Originally, it was $80 to buy into Dungeon Defenders 2. That was the original OGs. Yep, having some connection drop here. Chillax here for a second until this gets recovered. Alright, sorry about that all. Looks like it's smoothed back out. A little packet loss and catch-up time there is what that was. Man, it happened quick, only 50 minutes in. But sadly, that's what you get when you live in the middle of nowhere. See, Lava Zerker Womp Womps, they're phased, got Pilot on. So we got Stun. A PDT would be a little overkill, but a PDT would add another condition. So let's do it. EMP Healers, Kursakazi. 30 of them with Cyborgs. So, I do have a perfect tenacity on my Weapon Man, so I'm going to use a Weapon Man there, but this lane I'm going to rely more on using the proper defense instead of using the proper mod. So, let's get some Boom Boom in the mix. I think that will get the job done. Alright, we get a little bit of a freebie here, High Rollers. Man, that's the worst lane for him to be on, too. But how do I want to do it? Man, I don't like it being that on this lane. That's terrible. But what can you do? That doesn't give much room for him. I'm going to have to not do my normal high roller strategy. That stupid statue, man. I guess I'll have to do it all wonky like that. That doesn't give me any room for the high roller lane. That is really unfortunate, but what you gonna do? Let's see. Let's maybe get out the Abyss Lord, get some fiery rams going. Ascension looks alright. And then we got Longshot there, of course, as well. In fact, why don't we do this? This may or may not be enough to hold him. We will see. Let's do that. Get a little bit of double dip over in... Well, that roller lane doesn't matter. That may or may not get the job done. We'll find out. I like killing my rollers, Omni. I don't want to have them killed for me. I mean, obviously, you can throw anything behind them as long as it's out of the path and you don't take rockets over there, then you're not going to have a problem. Alright, we got some Frosties in here. Mob Gallery, maximum effort. Let's just basically do the same thing, except instead of flame auras, let's put microwave to work here. Make that'll work. And we got Sigard throwers here. We got we can't stun them with the weapon man, so I think a good choice might be to slow them at least with some proton beams. Proximity. And proximity makes me want to just load it up down here, but let's see. This that should get the job done, right? Let's check it out. Alright, Central, take it easy. I've never used melee boom on my weapon mans, David. I've always used controller servo instead, ever since the beginning. Now, I would have used melee boom, but I found I was looking for a perfect mod, and I found a perfect controller servo. Or I bought a perfect controller servo before I bought a perfect melee boom. Yeah, you get the 114 reward at 45, indeed. Cannons and ballistas are really, really beast mode against siege rollers. Well, I mean, cannons always have been, but ballistas are now too. I'm not going to do the siege roller conga line since the lanes are so short here. I'll just sit here and one-shot them all instead. Won't be able to one-shot the ones at the end, but... But yeah, I better let them out further. Here's two now, right on top of each other. Get me some juice back here first. Yeah, they're almost dead anyway. Might as well just kill them. There we go. Yeah, you get the 92 rewards at floor 40 and the 114 rewards at floor 45. So I'm hoping they added some more stuff, you know? We should be good there. I am going to just focus on that area with that frost lane and the roller lane. Exclamation nuke in chat there, Jacob. We'll get you the nuke monk build that I'm using. I'm actually using a hybrid of it right now. Actually, this is the pet nuke build, but I'm playing it as the last hit nuke build, but I'm still using the pet nuke. I just wanted to play around with my new toy. My new toy is this little proto-bud pet. You use the pet or the last swing. All melee characters have a super hit in their rotation, depending on the speed of your weapon. If you're using a heavy weapon, it's the fourth hit. So you see 1, 2, 3, and then that overhead shot, the fourth swing. That one hits really, really hard. So you load up all of your buffs, your crane stance buff from your right click, and your heroic wave, and it makes you hit for absurd numbers on that last hit. I haven't played the Evil Within games, Jose. So that actually wasn't a pet nuke there. That was last hit nukes that I was using there. The first one died to a pet. I mean, either way works, but of course the pet has a 30-second cooldown, so you can only do that once every 30 seconds. I'll show you here. This first one's the pet. Bink. And then now I gotta wait 30 seconds, so I'm switching over to the last hit nuke on that one. Let him come out a little ways. Come on out, Mr. Roller. So I'm going to swing in the air for the first 3 swings. The last hit, right up on him. So 3 swings into the air, the 4th swing hits the mob, and you one-shot everything. That was not as much of a problem as I thought. This lane, if you don't, I like killing rollers. That's really fun for me, so I don't set it up for my defenses to do it. But this lane, you could have thrown a cannonball right here, pointed that way, and then had any sort of CC, so like a frostbite tower up here or whatever to slow them down, and it would handle that lane. Medium weapons just don't hit as hard. So, I mean, if you're going to do the 4th swing or the last hit nuke monk, you really just want a heavy weapon. I mean, you can make it work with a medium, but the numbers are going to be like half. Now, half is good enough for all of the... I would guess half is probably good enough up the floor. Probably 100, based off of seeing the scaling so far. No, it doesn't work for light weapons. It does. It's the same process, but light weapons swing so fast, it's not going to give you the big numbers. Because you're looking on stacking everything into one swing, basically. And light weapons would be very difficult to catch that swing, for one. Plus, the number is just not going to be as big. Since... you know, since it's a faster swing. Hits more times, hits for less damage. I do like using light weapons, though. You can dish out really good damage with a light weapon on a monk. It just doesn't give you that. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for DPS, you can do really good with a light weapon. But if you're looking for burst damage and one-shot power, you just can't beat the heavy weapons. So it just depends on how you want to play, you know. Another one of those lifestyle choices. These guys are just dying. They squishy. Squishy rollers. Oh, watch, did I speak too soon? They're gonna come wreck me? Anti-ranged. For a couple of ups on these guys. This is actually doing better than I thought it was going to. I guess that is a lot of power. 2 fire ramsters and 3 frost-build fishers. That's a pretty mean combo. What's going on there, Logan? How you doing? Let's see, shouldn't have to go back over there. I need to throw a little bit into this lane. It is a boss lane with Headstrong, but it's been doing good, so... Get that PDT a little juicier. What about up here? Up here seems to be doing pretty good too. I'll just sling a little something something on everything. Why do I hit the yin-yang type thing? That's your buff. Without it, you don't do any damage. It's a heal. It's a heal plus it gives you a damage buff. It's required to hit it. If you don't use that, you don't do near as much damage. Ooh, failed jump. Failed jumping all over the place. So it's basically, it's a lot of things all combined together. See, like right now I'm stacking up my crane stance and doing a couple mil DPS down the lane. But what that's going to allow is my next big melee hit or pet hit to do increased damage. So now I come over, pop my buff, whack them with my pet, and ba-boom, all done. Let me get these killed real quick. I'm gonna have to AFK for 1 second again. Let me get these rollers killed. You got distracted there. I'm just gonna let them stack up. They can do the conga line. I'll get them at the end. I'm not sure what the command is for cannons, Logan. Oh, there it is. You found it. They got a full conga line going yet? Looks like it. Oh, wow, they're all funky. They got all mixed up. All funked out. Weird. Alright, give me one quick sec here. Crane stance is a boot shard there, Jacob. Each secondary attack increases the damage of the next primary attack by 106%, stacking up to 6 times. Now, this is gilded one, of course. I think it's 90% ungilded. But your secondary attacks stack up a big super hit on your primary attack, and that combined with your boost is what makes pets and that last hit so devastating on a monk. It wrecks them all up real good, let me tell you. Crane stance for the win. Nah, it's still really easy, Cody. I mean, I don't have... People are under the assumption I have all C8 defenses. None of this is C8. None of that is C8. Actually, nothing are... Well, my weapon mans are C8. I've got a few Chaos 8 defenses, but I'm using mainly Chaos 7 stuff. I mean, I have something from Chaos 8 on every lane, except this one. But it's still really easy. The only thing that's been really a challenge so far is those Omega Waves, well, the bosses. Everything else has just been gravy. I'm ready to do another item up to C8, but Trendy said that it's currently bugged and that you shouldn't do it right now. Yeah, my flame auras and my weapon mans are C8. And my Skyguard towers, which I'm not using on this map. They all out? Not yet. Stack them up. Stack them up, siege rollers. They gotta be all out now, right? Yeah, they're there. So I'm gonna use a pedal on the first one and then just go down the line, basically. And there we go. I'm using it on poison dart towers. The thing with a perfect defense rate mod is you can get it upgraded. If you upgrade it to Chaos 8, it will make it so you don't need a defense rate shard. And for me, the PDT was perfect for that, as it gives me the option to use explosive if I want to. Anybody can, Jacob. It doesn't, I mean, doesn't mean you're going to get a response, but anybody can send direct messages to any of the trendy people on the forums, but they're not going to see it. You know, it's Saturday. I'm sure there's somebody working there. Weapon Mans didn't really get nerfed, Logan. They're ridiculous. Oh yeah, the only thing they did was made it so you had to space out the nodes. That's not a nerf. That's like a very, very minor change. They do the exact same amount of damage. Mine are over 2 million per node. 2 million DPS per node. So, I mean, it wrecks it. They definitely wreck it. There was no nerfs, really, in this entire update. The bees was a nerf to the build, and I guess you could say the weapon manufacturers were too, if it's that big of a deal to you to spread them out a little. You get more crowd control with less burst damage. So, I mean, it's a even trade. As far as overall damage output, though, if you look at damage done at the end of the map, it's exactly the same as it was before. So, I mean, they're doing the same amount of damage. They said don't upgrade stuff to C8 right now, as it could cause issues with your gear. So, I mean, that's all I needed to hear. It's like, okay, I ain't doing it. But I've got the stuff sitting to do one item. It's just, I'm not going to do it if they're saying not to, you know. Let me see these other flyer lanes first. EMP Kamikaze. And Stabbies. Yeah, I think this is the best place for a decoy. Let's put a little obelisk decoy here for that Cobalt. The end map bug where you can't continue a replay. I haven't seen that yet there, man, Preet. You can't look at the damage on the tooltip, Ace. It's not correct. You have to look at the damage that it's actually putting out on like a target dummy. There's not a defense in Dungeon Defenders 2 that has an accurate tooltip. So don't look at the, like if I look at this, I see it's doing 1.2 million damage per second. When I look down, it's attacking for 1.2 million. So like on this particular defense, it's saying I have 0% crit chance. It's not calculating crit in at all. On some defenses, it's doing something funny with crit. So just tooltips in general are, I mean, you can look at them to see if you go up or down, but don't look at them and base what you think it's doing in total damage off of what it shows. It's just not correct. See, that should be enough for a Frosty Lane, right? I'll keep an eye on it too. Let's get the rest of these flyer lanes squared away here. Everybody did, Logan. Everybody got scaled down. So, yeah. if everyone got scaled down, then of course that includes Marcos. I don't think Marcos is doing it now. He's Ancient Power resetting again. See, we got Phased, Omega Squad Theta, Omega Squad Delta, Bullet Sponge and Armored over here. We got an easy spammer lanes here, it looks like. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. Let's see, well, LSA and LSA, and then we'll split some lanes. Man, we got no Zerkers, right? Or yeah, actually we do have Zerkers here. I don't think it'll be a problem though. I mean, I could do a little cross lane with the PDT maybe, but do I want to spend the DU? Nah, I don't have enough DU left to spend anymore over there. Alright, we got Psyfrost Vanguard Throwers. So we do have a bunch of non-frost mobs, but we have frost as well. I think I'm going to go 2 nodes. LSA and a couple of fissures for the frosties. And we'll see. This may or may not work out. There's no frost orcs at least. That only leaves me 240 for this area, so I'm going to have to do some... And we got Spellbreaker over there and Controlled Burn here. I'm going to have to watch this lane, actually. Because I just don't... I overbuilt the other lanes, so there's just not enough DU to handle it. So let's just... let's PDT it up. I'm going to treat that lane like it's not a Frosty lane. That leaves me 160. Man, that's just nothing. That's not enough. So I guess I'll put 1 LSA in the middle to buff it all. Actually, I can go 2 LSAs, huh? Let's do that, I guess. Do I want to split lanes with them, though? I think so. Put 1 back here. Another one right there. This lane's going to have to be watched. There's no doubt about it. Fissures generally, as far as ground mobs are concerned, yeah, they work essentially the same. Fissures don't hit flyers. The reason I'm using fissures on these frost lanes is because I've got my fissures set up with mods to handle frost. So if we look at my fissures, it's anti-frost, frosty boom. You know, I've got them frost oriented to do more damage against frost mobs. It just depends on whoever you set them up. It's a bug, Dan. It needs to be addressed. I mean, this right now is a public map. Somebody could join me at any time. Yeah, shard grind is real there, Battle for Life. We've all had it. Yeah, so we were right at about the same time there, Ace. I was at they set me back to 57. So we were, I'm assuming you were at like floor 255-ish. What's going on? Oh crap, I was supposed to watch that lane. Man, I screwed the pooch on this one. Yeah. I'm staring at chat, thinking I'm on auto mode here. That didn't work. Do I want to retry this wave? No. I hate that map. Must pay attention. That's what happens when you say, okay, I better watch this lane, it's underbuilt, and then you run to the other lane. That's straight up derpage right there. Doesn't get any derpier than that. Alright, we got the new map. I have Controlled Burn over there this time? No. Alright. So, what do we want to do? I should have started off up top. We got an air raid. I'm thinking my Skyguard... Well, it's got bullet sponge on it, though. So that's going to ruin my... I guess I could throw an aura over there. Hopefully, this aura should remove the bullet sponge. Theoretically. Let's see. How do I want to do it? I'm just going to put it right there and watch it. I'll see if it removes it or not. I think it will. Let's see. Omega Squad Alpha. What is that? Shieldies, Geodes, Lady Orcs. That's all. That's the gravy train lane. Let's see. And then over here, Lava Zerker Womps with long shot. Pilot on. Side Lava Wompers. I think we can do the same type of thing. And then add in some cross-fired PDTs maybe. I don't want them to... I don't want flyers to... Flyers are going to dive bomb it there, huh? Well, I'm going to have faith in my anti-air. Hopefully that won't get dive bombed, but it might. What's my stats on my fishers? I've got a close to max Chaos 7 relic on it. Man, do I want to really overkill my chances? I think so. I don't want to have... I can't have 2 fails in a row, right? Let's just throw an obelisk right here. Man, that should piss off anything that wants to dive bomb. Actually, is that too close? That's too close. Let me just get it closer than the poison dart tower is. We'll go right there with it. And I think that should resolve any dive bomb issues. If I was to only have 4 characters, which would it be? It would be the monk, the EV2, probably the huntress, and it'd be a really tough call on that 4th. Well, the 4th would either be probably the mystic or... Ah, man, I don't even know. It's such a hard choice on the 4th. I do public games all the time. I don't really do any straight carries, though, Mitch. It's not really my thing. I'll teach you how to play the game, but I don't really want to play it for you. You know? It's more of a... I like to do the tutorial, educational process more. Alright, so we got Cyfrost over there and Frontline over here. We do have Cyborgs in that, which will put a bit of a sting on my thoughts with Fishers. I guess we'll try them anyway. Cyborgs may end up being able to get up on these Fishers since they're not a frost-based mob. If it was like Frost Orcs, then I wouldn't worry about it. Well, let's do that. Now this side has got a flyer lane that we're just going to ignore. That EMP Stabby Dragons. And then we got a controlled burn lane on the Mega Squad Delta. So we're just going to let those flyers go through these flame auras. So we can completely ignore that aspect of them. And then we need to do something for that controlled burn. Actually, you know what? Let's take this one away and move everything back a little closer. And then just do that right there. What's going on there, Gaming Dalton? Oh, no, that's a new one, Twinkie. That's the first I've heard that. The hanging skeletons animation that triggers when it gets shot by a gunwitch snipe. See, someone else said that the hanging skeleton does an animation when it gets shot by Pathfinder as well. Which one, Twinkie? The red hat or the regular pirate hat? This one here? You got me curious now. This isn't even... This is a Onslaught map, of course, not a Incursion. Not that one. Red hat? No? So I'm not sure which skeleton there, Twinkie. Or it may not do it on Onslaught. Alright, then we got this lane to deal with. I don't want to forget about these guys. Sparks and shields. We got Spellbreaker. And we got 170 DU left. Decisions, right? I don't know. I'll have to look at it later on. What do we want to do? Sparks and shields. If I spent 90, what does that leave? That leaves me 80. I could buff everything with that and then go 2 cannons for the physical aspect to get a little physical damage on the lane. I'll have to see if that will hold. I may end up needing some upgrades. I think it'll hold if it had upgrades. I don't know, let's check it out. Find out soon enough. Yeah, it looks good. So the cyborgs made it past here. I don't know if I can power through it, upgrading those fissures, or what. I mean, I got the last resort over here. But of course the cyborgs made it and disabled the fissures, so then everything else made it too. What's going on there? Epic, how you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm not sure. I'm not going to mess with it on stream though, Twinkie. Today's all about climbing Onslaught. So just post it up in Discord or whatever. I'll look at it later on. Alright, we're getting walloped here. Okay, so the mob level is 15,579, which that's the highest level mobs I personally have ever fought before. These guys are tough, man. A lot of them, too. Holy crap, still over 200 mobs left. This is going to be a long map. How's that bottom holding? I think it's doing okay. Definitely upgrades are going to be in order. There's no doubt about that. There's a lot of baddies down there. PDT's getting work in though. It's wrecking it. See how the cannons do unassisted. I think a couple of upgrades will take care of this lane for sure. Just post it in Discord too, Twinkie, because I'm not looking at it now. And I won't. It'll be gone by the time the stream's over. Alright, let's throw some ups in here. I think that should be good. Now, this side had problems. I'm just going to upgrade both of these PDTs. Now, what about this? I mean, I could clear a lot of this out by just putting a flame aura over here. And I need to upgrade on that obelisk. And that anti-air. Let's get that done first. Now, since this wasn't holding them... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to sell that and move a flame aura over here and upgrade the crap out of it. And that should thin this lane out a little bit and make this have to take less abuse. Let's check it out. Haven't played DD2 since the update. Yeah, I actually was hoping that they were going to re-enable some of the Chaos 8 shards, Stefan. So I set my PDTs up with storm damage, knowing that it would do good damage, even if they didn't enable it, so I wasn't really out anything. But I was hoping they were going to enable the water elemental shard, and that was going to go on my PDTs, and I think that would have been super, super fun. But they didn't. So I'm still not out anything. I got effective PDTs, but now I've got storm PDTs. They look cool. The new pets are in Defender packs or from Player Markets, Hudson. These guys are still pushing. And most of that push must have been all from this lane. It actually doesn't look as bad as it was last wave. Hailstorm towers are really good looking, yeah. I like Skyguards offer a little bit better coverage for only 10 more DU, so I use Skyguards mainly. But Hailstorm towers can get the job done for sure. Yeah, Sam, people have been working at it for ages. No one's solved it yet, as far as I know. Unless someone did this morning. Alright, no more juice. Guess I could collect some. Oh, it's not over yet. What the heck am I doing? I thought the wave was over. Okay, get back to paying attention. There's two of them. I've got them both. They're ace, yeah. You know I got the pets. I mean, I'm using one of them right now. Little robo homie. Little robo homie. New pets. There's two. As far as I know, there's two. There may be three, and just no one that I know have said anything. I don't know, though. I can confirm there's two because I have them both. Can also confirm one of them is bugged, and you're unable to evolve it. Which is a little disappointing. But, you know, what can you do? Alright, that flame aura didn't get the job done. On this guy, that guy. Does it need an upgrade? Or... No, there's this one that I'm using. This pet right here, which is, Won't let me access my inventory right now. That is really weird. Oh, there's still mobs. I did it twice in a row. I thought the wave was over again. God, man. The derpage is unreal today. Wondering why I can't. Cat got all tangled up in something. Kitty getting all up in the wires. Alright. So anyway, we got this pet, the Proto Bud. And then we've got this pet, Nigel. Nigel is currently bugged and you cannot evolve him. And that's from several different sources besides just myself. But I have been unable to evolve him. Nigel actually looks cool. Here's Nigel. He's a cool looking little dude. But you can't evolve him, so you can't use him. Other than taking screenshots, he's not good for anything else. Until they get it fixed, of course. I think it'll probably get solved today or tomorrow, Huntsman. People are definitely getting close. I'm wondering if I should go with the flame aura up high on one of these barrels or something, maybe. Maybe that'll give me better coverage. Let me see. I'll watch it this time, if I remember. There's a lot of people working on it, though, for sure. That's why, with the stuff that's been discovered today, I think it will be found soon, within the next day or two. If it was a big prank, people are going to rage. That will have just straight up wasted so many people's time if it's a joke, which I don't think it is. I'm sure there's something to it. The new pets come from Defender packs there, Frag. Yep, kitties just like the mobs, all stuck. Alright, come on, Flyers. I want to take a look at you before I move on. I don't want to leave that lane unattended. See if I can at least give it a little help. Wow. Yeah, it's always irritating, Hudson. We've all been there. Very frustrating when bosses get stuck. Especially when it's like Bastille or whatever. There's supposed to be a 6-minute timer on them, but I've waited way longer than 6 minutes. What the heck? Where? I guess there's still 200 mobs left, but it's like, Jesus, where are the Flyers? There's a link down in the description there, gaming. Yeah, it's through Steam. But there will be a link down to it. No, not all Frost mobs are melee, Jim. They're all outlined on Lightrayne spreadsheet. Exclamation, the sheets in chat. I can't remember the real command, so Lightrayne had to put a derp free command on there for me. Alright, here come the Flyers. God dang it. Here come the Assassins too. Oh, that was the other lane's Flyers. Wow, did any Flyers even come out? Man, unless I just straight missed them, the Flyers didn't even come out. Did you miss anything? Nah, not really, Cosmic. Me doing stupid things repeatedly. That's about it. So nothing new. Dark, what's going on, man? Long time no see. I've never heard anything like that anywhere, Hudson, but, I mean, maybe. I've had it not just happen with Bastille Masters, though. I've had Siege Rollers stuck back in there so far that it took more than 6 minutes for them to despawn. So, I mean, I've never heard Trendy say anything like that ever. I mean, it is a Incursion boss, obviously. Nah, Mastery's still not fixed. It's still whacked out. I'm doing good. Captain Dreadbones, only 15 million or 16 million health. On floor 88. Jeez, what a chump. So many mobs on this map. It's like if you don't spawn camp them, it just takes forever. Oh man, that's terrible, Logan. Oh damn, Cosmic. 1 star away from mass destruction and mastery's turned off. That's brutal. $100 more baddies. Alright, there's flyers that time and they all just melted. Maybe that's what happened last wave and I just missed it. What floor am I on? I'm on 88. Oh, you're talking to Sock Pocket. Let's see. Something's bugged with Mastery, so they disabled it, Huntsman. You can queue up for the match, but it will never load. They said it's intentional, that it's intentionally turned off. $700 mobs in wave 5 on this map just feels like it takes forever. You're not a lover of the bees. They're Cosmic. Well, Assassin started to come out, changed his mind. Huh. Yep, guess he's not going to show. The Assassin's a no-show. It's because it does take forever, that's fair. What's going on there, Omni? You think DD2 needs a fresh hero, huh? I don't think DD2 needs a new hero. I mean, I'm not going to complain if we get one. DD2 needs massive, massive, massive bug fixing. Is what I think would be the biggest benefit for DD2 right now. I mean, the list of bugs has just gotten so extensive. You know, and we get more bugged content on top of more bugged content, and none of the bugs get fixed. I mean, I can't say none of the bugs get fixed, because bugs do get fixed, but just, It's like not even putting a dent in it, you know? That's the, in my opinion, that's the biggest thing that needs to be addressed. Here's a hook. Oh, there was a Chaos 8 amp. Nice! That's my second Chaos 8 amp now. And what, 37 floors. I got 2 Chaos 8 amps and 37 floors. That's not too bad. That's better than what I did before, it seems like. Alright, it should be on to the Omega Wave now. We will see. I've used a bunch of them, Camden, so I think I've got maybe 10 now. You know, Jello, several people have. Some dude posted on Twitter that that he found it, and then there was a post yesterday on Discord with somebody getting a reroll over 100%. I want me one get one of those. I want 102% reroll. None of them have been that high, but I have seen several people posting about it. Somebody's gonna want that, so I'll keep that just to give it to somebody. I can't remember who it was that was saying they really wanted a hook really bad. But somebody said they did. Fisher has more range but doesn't hit flyers. Ours have less range but hit flyers. That's the main difference, DL. Alright, let's see what we got. 1,000 mobs, sounds fair. We got the Dreadbones Horde over here with Detonator, Stabby Kamikazes. Alright, so that should be an easy lane. And the Kamikazes should just dive bomb this. I mean, that, in theory, should be more than enough to handle this lane. I mean, I could throw one more just to be safe. I can get rid of that if I spent too much. See, EMP Stabbies with proximity. That always sucks when you get proximity here. I think I'm just going to do this. See if that'll take care of it. Alright, right here we got Stabby Zappers up top and Frosty Fodder down below. Stabby Zappers doesn't need anything more than just one Skyguard. And then Frosty Fodder. Phased Frosty Fodder. That's just asking for just powering through them. So I'm just going to power through them. I'm going to go 2 Ramsters and 3 Fishers. And I mean, I'm going to throw a Lightning Strike R in the middle too, just to buff the Fishers. But I really think that is going to just wreck it. Let's see. Oop, did it not place? It didn't place. How weird. Let's go. Actually, let's pull this one back. Let's go like that. I think that's just going to be devastating. Devastation. Whichever is your favorite Battle for Life. There's nothing wrong with either one. Yeah, you can use node increase and really get some good coverage there, Logan, for sure. What do we got here? We got the Drakens, Vampiric. Let's give them nothing to do damage to. And then we can just straight up ignore them. In fact, I'm not even going to do a second flame. I'm just going to go 1 flame. Call it good. Alright, we got Psyfrost Vanguard Throwers with Bullet Sponge here in the middle. So we do have the Cyborgs. armored, and bullet sponge. So we definitely want to go all magic damage and all fire damage, probably. I think I'll just do the same thing as I did over there. Let's go with a LSA with some buffed fissures. And then we'll ram it in the back. Boy, that sounded bad, huh? You guys know what I mean. Alright, how we doing on DU? We got 1,300 left. Got pretty good coverage so far. What do we got up top? We got EMP zappers. I think this would be a good spot for a decoy. Let me look at that other flyer lane first. EMP stabby zappers. That one's got pilot on. Actually, let's use the decoy over there instead. I'm gonna try to PDT these down here, I think. So let's go. Let me jump back up there. Maybe. There we go. Let's go with a PDT. And then we'll go more PDTs down below since we do have a controlled burn lane in the mix. And theoretically, both of these lanes are supposed to come this way. There's no core over there, so there's nothing to mislead them. What's with the aquatic thumbnails? It's a coastal... It's a whole pirate coastal thing, Logan. I mean, how could you not have gotten that by now? Our new map is... One of our new maps is a boat. The other new map's got a boat in it. Alright, let's get some stun in here too. What are you using on LSAs? My LSAs are actually completely without any ascension. And they're set up strictly to kill mainly Lady Orcs and what else did I want them for? I can't remember. Good lord. I must be losing it. Berserkers and something else. Anyway, I set them up for Berserkers, so if I get a big Berserker lane, I put them like all the way back. That way they're set, ready to go for when the Lady Orcs run through. But with the anti-melee and the anti-chaos, well, you know, I'm limited to the artwork I got, Logan. If you want to make me a bunch of new artwork, I'll be all over it. But, I mean, I'm limited to what I get from Trendy. I only get what they put out, you know. That was actually the thumbnail from the Beat the Heat bundle. It was like a compensation bundle they gave everybody for free right after launch to make up for a bunch of launch issues. Alrighty, that's 2 lanes there. Is that good for 2 lanes? I think I might go a little bit heavier. Let's do this. Now that will be good for 2 lanes. Omega Squad Alpha. It was on Discord, Dan. Lalta posted it in Discord. Oh, Assassins, that's what it is, Frag. Good call. It's for Lady Orcs and Assassins. So you get the anti-chaos and the anti-melee. I'm using Destructive Pylon on them, and that's how I'm getting the buff. Let's see. EMP Stabby Zapper. So this is where I wanted to use my decoy. So let's get our obelisk down right here. And then we'll put Skyguard behind. Exclamation Flamar in chat there, Sam. I mean, looking at the tooltip doesn't tell you anything since the numbers are not accurate. I can show you, but it's not going to do you any good. It's like 900,000. Timmy's Revenge. Timmy's Revenge. I got mixed emotions on. Flame auras do so well on them. But I want to get at least one Fisher in there. So let's go... Let's put the Fisher first. Let's go Fisher, LSA, Flame Aura. Here's my Flame Aura. 920,000 DPS. It's an incorrect number. So, I mean... Now it's buffed. So since the Lightning Strike Aura is buffing it, it's up to 1.1 mil. Buffed for the win. Let's see. I got plenty of DU left. I'm feeling like I should stack this lane up a little more and then ignore it. I think that sounds like a good plan. Alright, then we got Mob Gallery over here. We got some Frosties in the mix. We got a bunch of little Gobus. So let's just basically do the same flavor. We'll go with that. Yep, I did Fisher first, right? Let's go Fisher. And double Flame Aura. And I think that should handle it. I got 130 DU left, and it's because I had that double lane there. The double lane saves me a lot, because you don't have to really spend it all. Oh, okay, there you go. Fisk says there's a post on the forums about upgrading to C8. A sticky post. I do, Logan. It's exclamation spotlights in chat. My Hero Spotlights playlist. Every defense I have used here today has got a full rundown of what I'm using and why I'm using it. Every defense is on that playlist. So yeah, it's all there, man. There's nothing at all on this map right now that's not in that playlist. I mean, this is the stuff I use, you know. I'll get to the defenses I don't use later. What else? I got 130 left. I think I'm going to just save it for the Omega Wave. Let's see how it goes. I wanted to keep an eye on what... Well, I guess let me keep an eye on the double lane for the moment. That's getting wrecked. Timmy is Timmy. Don't even have to worry about that. Now I just jinxed the Timmy lane, didn't I? Something's gone yellow. Is that my obelisk? Hopefully that's just the obelisk doing its job. Oh, I didn't put an obelisk on this one. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, okay, so that's just the obelisk. It's doing good. Good job, obelisk. Way to take those shots. I might want to consider toughening up my obelisk a little, since I don't really use it for DPS. You know what the biggest thing this update taught me with the lane types and stuff, Lightrayne? Is there's no substitution for looking at the mobs. We got spoiled a little bit by the naming of those old lanes. And now with these new name lanes, you have to look at the mobs again. You can't just say, okay, Psy Hex, Frosty, what's, you know? And instantly know what's in it. Now this one, I get handed to me, Psyfrost, Vanguard, Whompers. So I don't even need to look at the tag, because I know what's in it by the name. But it's always best just to look at the mobs that are there, you know? Alright, I think we'll do a rinse and repeat, because that seems to be an effective combo. So, what was it? It was Fisher. Fisher, LSA, Flame Aura, Flame Aura. That seems like a pretty good stack. It's expensive. What is it? 120, 150, 210. That's 230 DU stack right there. So it's expensive stack. But man, it's mean. It is effective. For sure. Alright. Don't want to come up here. So I'm going to throw upgrades over here just so I can forget about it. Looks like this stuff did okay, but I don't want to come here either. So a few upgrades. You know what? Same thing here. I don't want to come over here. I want to go look at the other side of the map. By the looks of that pile of mana, I'm assuming everything died really quick here. So let's just do a couple of ups. Yeah, the browser's showing the chaos mobs. It's not, it's a little bit buggy. It's got a few of the mobs are in a bit of a disarray. But that's a great idea. I mean, it needed to happen, you know? Man, I didn't mean to double up that. I'm going to sell it and take that mana back. I wanted it into this. There we go. Alright, and now bosses. What do we got for a boss? We got a Shieldy. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that Shieldy. Just going to have to happen. It's all good. Oh, dang. Michigan's caught up. I don't want to jinx you there, dear, but god dang. The wife's trying to be all quiet watching her football game, you know. Michigan was getting their asses beat, and now they're up by 3. So she is pretty stoked. She's trying to contain her glee. Don't contain it, dear. Let it out. Shieldy Gob still not up there. That would be pretty cool, Lightrayne. Alright, Shieldy Gobs is here now. Is he gonna die? Yeah, he died. It all worked out. That lane's strong. Give this guy a ride over to Killing Zone number 14. There we go. I mean, it seems like every game almost has got something similar to that. Or, I mean, not every game, but a lot of games have something where there's, you know, like you got the collection book in Fortnite, which has a lot of info. You got the Codex in Warframe, which has a lot of info. Omega Squad Lada. So we added a Spellbreaker lane to the mix here. I think I'm just gonna easy cheesy mode it. Even though that's a Spellbreaker lane, it's got 20 frost mobs out of 30, which using fire damage against frost is greater than using cannons here on that Spellbreaker lane. I think Spellbreaker is like a 20 or 25% damage reduction, but fire against frost mobs hits for double. So, however, I can double dip on it and ball it up a little in the back, but instead of doing that, I'm gonna make, you know what, let's just do it. Let's do it. Cannonballs. We'll get some physical damage in the mix anyway. Let me point it in that way. Let's go that direction instead. It's a crazy good idea, you know? Alright, I'm going to save that 150. I think this lane is still going to be full AFK. Alright, what do we got for a boss? We got a Hex Thrower. A super duper Hex Thrower over there. Crowd control, max. Stun. You stun them and they're off of you. You know. Check the mid here. Got a little yippy dog outside again. Yip, yip, yip. Captain Dreadbone's gonna get... Oh, Captain Dreadbones is up top. I'm waiting for him to come out. He's over here. One of the downsides living in a coastal area like this is there's a lot of traversing traffic. A lot of people that just don't care. People don't care that their dog is standing right out front of your home yapping as loud as possible. They're like, yeah, whatever. I'm on vacation. This is floor 89 there, Max. You have to craft Chaos 8 items, just burgers, but yeah, it's as high as you can go. Oh crap, I just spent everything. Oh my god. I gotta get focused here. I'm so used to Onslaught just being completely ignore what's going on. I got a new lane, I didn't even prep for it at all. Alright, well that gives me enough for the new lane. Hopefully it's a double. I didn't see where it was. Over there. Throwers and healers with Kursakazi. And there's actually kobolds in the lane. So I'm going to go with some AoE and stun. And only 24 mobs. That's like a prime candidate for some cannonball boom boom. High single target damage with low mob counts, you know. Can definitely get it done for you. These are DPS cannons. I got rid of Stunfire and I'm going with Heavy Cannonball again. Captain Deadbones. He's so squishy. I mean, I like the mechanic of him, like being able to jump over walls and stuff. But he never gets to that point. He definitely doesn't strike fear in the hearts of men. Alright, let's let this run. If you're playing it on another platform, Max, I wouldn't switch. I can tell you that the PS4 and the Xbox both have a larger player population than the PC does. So I wouldn't switch if I were you. I mean, you don't want to grind all that out all over again, you know? I better throw a heal on that obelisk. Where's old Deadbones? Oh, looks like he survived a little that time. Drop him off over here. Oh man, I never even upgraded it to get my buff. I'm slipping bad. I gotta get reeled in here. Definitely not paying attention enough today. Alright, wave 5. Where's the new one? All these fissures, I'm missing the exclamation. It's not down there. Or yeah, it is down here. Cyfrost Whompers added in with the mob gallery. Or the mob gallery added to the Cyfrost Whompers. So this is like a don't even need to worry about it. Don't really even need to do anything else. But if you're ever in that situation, add a couple of Earth Shatters and forget that lane exists. You just add massive amounts of power and crowd control to the lane. And now, that lane is a complete no-brainer. Love it. Throw some upgrades in just to close the deal. I think that should work. I'm going to save this mana too, just to make sure I'm good and full for that super wave, the Omega wave. Okay, we got Skarnash, we got a Skelly. So we got no bosses to really be overly concerned with. Shieldy Gobs. I miss Shieldy Gobs. Where's he at? Looks like he's getting owned anyway. Yeah, he was up here. So he had a bad day in this mess. Dreadbones. The first mate is stuck up here. Is he gonna come out? Up here? Oh! I got owned. The obelisk, after it's upgraded, it will buff, yeah. It gives you a 50% hero damage and ability power buff for a short moment. A little bubble that pops around you. It will also crowd control mobs. It will knock it will crowd control mobs in a few different ways. God dang, man. I can't just screw off with these assassins. There's just too many of them. I need to get right over to an assassin killing area. Come at me now, Mr. Assassins. Let's see what you got now. Oh, now he don't want to come out and play. I see how it is, Skarnash. There he is. Take that. Nope, why am I upgrading that? Don't do it. Cancel. I'm going to be selling it in a minute anyway. Alright, Omega Wave time. First things first, let's sell all of the air, as there are no flyers. And we should have lots of DU left to build up some good stuff here. They score again? Oh, it's over. 2017. Alright, Michigan won. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, now I'm not going to get rid of that obelisk, though, because although it's my flyer decoy, it's also buffing me. So it's going to stay. Only one will latch onto you, but the other ones will sit there and smack you. Guess I can leave that one there, because it's shooting into the lower lane as well. Or is it? Alright, what do we got? We got ogres and 3 ogres. You know what? I think I'm going to take the easy route and just go with some walls. On some of these lanes, anyway. And that should be buffing my PDTs, I think. I got power pylon on these. Do I? Let's see. Or I don't. I don't even think I have one with me. They're all in the bank. It's alright. Alright, so we got that area. What do we got here? We got more ogres. Wow. Well, this one's a little easier in that department. I can go one wall right here and keep them inside of the stacks of damage. Yetis. Do I have a bunch of fire damage up here? The Yetis should just get wrecked. Let's add a little more Yeti wrecking power here. Let's just get right at him. There's some Yeti wrecking power. We got more Yetis here, but we're already all Yetified. Let me just buff it. There, it's a little mirror. Let's go back to a wall here. Alright, this one we shouldn't have to worry about. Let me throw a few ups on these cannons. And what did we have here? We got the captain here. I'm not really worried about the captain. Here, just to be safe there. Captain should be handled. And before the captain makes me look bad. See, and then we got Yetis. This is the most challenging area. These two lanes and those two. We got the mob gallery, so we're gonna have one of everything. You know, I do have those earth shatters there, though. And then we got the siege rollers and stuff up here. You know, I think we're good, actually. 160 DU. I mean, throwing in any more walls feels a bit unnecessary, but I mean, I'd rather overkill it than underkill it. Absolutely. Mods are awesome there, Sean. Well, the thing is you're definitely going to want to push an Onslaught before you use Ancient Power. You're going to want to get as close to 250 minimum Ascension as you can. So you're not going to be able to achieve that just from getting to floor 35 and resetting, or floor 30 and resetting. You know what, let's just do it here too. You know what, that gives me something to throw at. Let's throw in a snake instead. We'll upgrade this PDT. And the snake. I got 70 more. This side just doesn't feel that bad. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that bad. I don't know. I am going to throw the gun witch in the deck, though, in case I have an emergency and need to get across the map. I think we're good. Let's just do it. Got the gun witch, indeed. Let's make it happen. Let's see, Yeti pushing out. Yeti wrecking face. Wall down. What? Oh shit! Oh man, I should have put that wall there. And here I said I wasn't worried about it. Dang it. And there is no retry, so it's back to the drawing board for this one. 20 mobs left. Doesn't that just stink? Well, I screwed the pooch on that one. I'm just going to replay it, though, because that was a pretty easy map. You only have 2 destructions? Get more destructions. I mean, if I personally was playing and only had 2 destructions, I would go weapon manufacturers and PDTs. Personally. But it's up to you, you know, which defenses you like the best. Yep, that is not a poison dart tower, is it? Alright, well, back to the drawing board. No biggie, not the first map I've lost, and certainly won't be the last. And this was just a spammer lane, right? Oh, I got my heroes all whacked. All out of order. The sad thing is I'm not even sure. I think he came from the mob gallery. But I'm not even positive where that mob came from. I'm just not sure. Alright, that is more than enough there. I think I did what? I did Skyguard and Flame Aura here. That seemed to wreck it. Yep, looks like we lost the music. Let me grab some more music here real quick. Get to page 2 of the playlist. I don't know why it just doesn't automatically go to page 2. That's kind of wonky. Alright, here we go. Jimmy, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate you. Alright, continue on here. Frosty Fodder. I can't even remember what I did on a bunch of these lands. Oh, this is the phased one, so that's easy mode with Fishers and a Lavamancer. Haha, Fishers and Ramsters from the Abyss Lord. Derp, 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 derp. I feel like I put a Weapon Man there too, but I can't even remember. I can't remember what I did. I'm just gonna do it. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. That Fishers theoretically should wreck that with those Ramsters there. Alright, let's see. The new tower, the Lavamancer. We'll just do a standard stacker here. I think I put a PDT in over here, didn't I? Seems like a PDT would be a good choice. And back to more Frosties. I guess I could have built this lane instead of playing musical chairs with the heroes in the deck. Mr. Microwave, come out, come out. Alright, let's just do that. Yeah, it should be fine. Let's see, let me try to find your question here. Or who had a question? I haven't made a new one yet, but the general rule is still there. Get as close to 250 as you can before resetting and save yourself a massive grind. Now, why did I Skyguard that one last time? Or PDT that one last time? I put a PDT up here last time. Oh, I re-rolled. Did I re-roll or I thought I replayed? Maybe not. Alright, let's see. That looks good. Omega Squad Alpha. Should be fine. One PDT for good measure. And then we had Timmy. Well, Timmy had that super stack, right? It was Fisher, LSA, Flamara. And then that was the same thing I did down here as well, I believe. Alright, I got 270 left this time after. Wow. I definitely feel like I just underspent again. Did I do the same thing at the end of the last one? I mean, I can always save it, but that's an awful lot to save. Guess we'll do that. Oh, I didn't. I missed a lane. That's why. We got to get our decoy in and our air here. It's hard to really judge, Sock Puppet. The controller servo will keep scaling up as you get more ascension. So with that aspect of it, the controller servo would be better. But the melee boom is massive AoE lane clearing damage. So, I mean, there's no wrong answer. They're both really, really good. What's going on, David, Lucas? How you all doing? But yeah, there's just no wrong answer there. They're both really, really good defenses. But the controller servo will get better as you get more ascension, where the melee boom is going to be the same all the time no matter what. So when you look at it long term, your controller servo will end up being stronger. Early game, by early game I mean like where I'm at now, like pre-floor 100, melee boom is you're gonna get way more effectiveness out of melee boom. But long term, controller is gonna give you more. DD2 just had a big update there, Tind. All about the DD2 here. I'm going to be streaming Warframe tonight. Get my last minute boil skewering in before the Plague Star event ends. It ends tomorrow, I believe. Alright. Where's the freshie? Over here. Cypherall's Vanguard Womp Womps. Do the same thing. Where's my fishers? Dang it. I think that will be good. I would keep it on there until you start having a problem, Sock. There's no reason to change what's already good. I mean, if you've got a good setup, Melee Boom is a good setup. There's no reason for you to change it. What the heck? I put them on the wrong. Let's go F4 there and F1. I can't leave nuke bags at home. Alright, I'm going to hang on to that 70. I will throw ups around now. Looking good. Alright, looks like all I got. Yep. Alright, let's let it fly. That's where those Omega Waves catch you off guard, is like you can literally just kind of screw around on the map while the map's running, and then you get to wave 6 and it's like, you gotta pay attention. It's not free money anymore. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't change Melee Boom until you start needing a change. That's the thing, is don't change anything based off of a patch. Try it first. If your old stuff works, then you don't need to change. It's about getting to a win screen, nothing else. You either win the map or you lose the map, you know? If you lose the map, then you gotta make changes. Yeah, it's the continue thing, Brick. It's bugged. Trendy's aware of it. Hopefully it gets fixed soon. When you start a private map, only your first match is private. When you continue, it gets switched over to public. But it's a known bug that needs addressing. Alright, and then I just earth shattered this one, right? Alright, added 2 more fissures in at the front, and then I earth shattered it, I believe. Let's see, let's get 2 fissures. Or did I cannonball it? I can't remember. I either cannonballed it or earth shattered it. I'm gonna earth shatter it this time. I think I may have earth shattered that other lane, but this one's getting it this time. I'm done playing. Out come the earth shatters. There we go. I think that'll be good, right? Let's check it out. Nah, it's not just you. Like, technically, right now, this is a public match, Brick. If you look, it even says it right there, public. But when I started private. But since I've been hitting next floor, it switches it to public. So, I mean, anyone that has 89 unlocked right now could hop right on in. Dead Bones. Oh, he's coming out this time. He got rolled. It's not figured out yet, David, but it's getting really close. People are discovering new things. As soon as it gets solved, I'll definitely have a video up. I mean, it's hard to even credit. The good thing about this is it has really been a community event. It's not one person trying to pretend like they're a superstar and going in and figuring it out. I mean, there's literally 100 people working on it. You know, so it's truly been embraced by the community. In that aspect of it, I think Trendy did good. I do think that they made it a bit, you know, a bit of a pain in the butt. Jeez. Oh, I'll be back on Warframe pretty much most of the day today, Tind. I'm not going to lose out on all the free forma. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity going on, so to speak, with Warframe right now. You know, I didn't use all my DU last time either. I'm gonna use all my DU this time. I'm not gonna play the I'm a tough guy game. I'm gonna use it. Now this lane didn't give me any problems, but I want it to make sure it continues to not giving me any problems. So this is way overkill. Wow, I gotta get rid of one of those. I feel guilty. It's just too much overkill. Alright, I'll save the 30. No, they had an Oceanic server and they removed it, suck. I don't think they'll ever put it back. The game would have to have a big surge in popularity for it to go back up, for any new servers to get added. And it's not having surges in popularity. I mean, if, you know, a couple 100,000 people all of a sudden came flushing into the player base, then Trendy would be able to do something. But shy of that happening, it's just not realistic that there's going to be any major hardware changes or anything on their end. I don't even know why. They didn't really say why they got rid of the Oceanic server. But they did. It pissed off a lot of people in Australia and New Zealand. Quite a few players that I know were very pissed. Alright, Griblox is making the push. Maybe I should have put some stun there. Am I going to res in time? Oh shit, I'm not even going to res in time. I'm going to lose before I even get to the damn Omega Wave. Crap! Thank God there's Ramsters there to distract them. Oh my God, I missed my pet too. Yeah, I gotta do something over here. I can't remember what I did last wave, but last wave this was like easy peasy. Let's get some stun going and buff everything. Ramster walls for the win. It goes up and down with updates, David. Like, it had a peak of players with the new update, and next week or the week after it'll start dropping off again. But I mean, that can be said about any game, really. You know, we all know DD2 is a small community. You know, it's a real small player base for sure. Alright. I'm going to save that 70. I am going to use it all on the Omega Wave, though. I lost once. Nothing more irritating than losing the same map twice in a row. And I'm going to get this lane really buffed, too. Alright, there we go. Where's Shieldy Gobs at? He's over here, it looks like. Yeah, there he is. It's actually, we can't look at, you know, PS4 and Xbox doesn't share the numbers publicly. On PC, then you can look at the Steam numbers, and it's definitely up some right now, but it was down so far that the amount that it is up is still low compared to what it was just even 6-8 months ago. Yeah, it's a known bug, Brandon. When they're gonna fix it, I don't know, but it is a known bug. Trendy is aware of it. I do know that for sure. Well, sounds like you just need to change up your builds there, Camden. They catch you off guard. I mean, I just failed the last one. You know, you gotta be careful. Go slow. Watch everything. Change. Don't do the same thing thinking it's gonna work. If it fails once, it's gonna fail the next time too. You know. All right, let's get rid of the air. Well, we got an Omega Wave right here. Alright, now this is where I lost, was between these areas. So let's get back to walls first. Man, I might have to put together some real walls if these Omega Waves keep becoming more and more hard. Let's throw a wall there. This stuff is all buffed up big time. I do feel like some single target power back here might be helpful though. So I think I want to add a cannonball and upgrade it to the roof right in the back. Alright, I got 160 left. Let's get our waller back here. Alright, now we're going to have the ogre lanes. The ogre lanes seem to walk through a lot. It's definitely worth it long term. I've got 42. It's not necessary, but if you're asking me if it's worth it, yeah, it's worth it. It's not required. but it is worth it. And it's a long grind, you know? Alright. Let's get one there. I feel like I neglected this lane a little with the upgrades, too. Let's do that PDT up. I can put 2 more walls in. We got the Yetis and the Yetis. I feel like this lane in the middle should get a wall before that other one. But then again, last time I walled these ogres. So I'm going to have to sell something. Did I miss some air? That would be awesome if I missed anti-air somewhere I could just sell. But it doesn't look like I did. Tell you what, we can get rid of these ramsters, because ramsters are not very good single target. That will free up some DU. And we can go with, let's say, some cannons. Actually, it's got bullet sponge. Well, the bullet sponge will be removed by all the AoE defenses, so. See, that is way better on that lane. We got controlled burn here, so I don't feel comfortable switching out. A PDT. I'd rather have the PDT to guarantee everything is getting. Alright, and then that leaves me 20 DU. Welcome back there, Jacob. See if I can manage to complete this map this time. I am going to watch this side this time. Now, I didn't wall this, so I need to watch this lane, but this lane can actually be watched from the back. So I'm going to put this Lightning Strike aura way back here to buff these Earth Shatters. Let's grab the Gun Witch again. And alright, let's see how it goes. I got mana. Let me use it. Everything here is max. This wall got destroyed. Let me upgrade that. Alright, here goes, here goes. Must watch all the lanes. It looks like Yetis are about to sneak. Oh, don't die. Oof. Alright, ogres are getting uppity. Uppity ogres are never a good thing. Alright, ogres down. Alright, 2 mobs, Nash and a roller. I'm not concerned about the roller as long as Nash doesn't get me. Nash down, very nice. No, this is floor 89 now, Iceman. I've spent 100,000 medals on shards, Demon, so I hear you, man. The grind for shards is the worst thing in the game, and no doubt about it. Oh, he's stuck. Really? That's alright. I'll take it. I'll take the stuck win. That's one of the biggest problems is, I mean, I don't think it's ever going to change, to be honest with you, because it is a prestige system. In a prestige system, you're supposed to lose everything, right? So, I really don't think they're ever going to change the loot thing with the gear going down. If they did, they would just trivialize the entire content of the game. You know, it's a free-to-play game. They want to give you thousands of hours of grind. That's what they want to do, you know. is where we need a dance emote. Absolutely. So, I mean, I would love to see them change it, but I do realize that if they do change it, they are going to completely trivialize Ancient Power. I mean, it's not going to be any climb. I mean, right now the climb is really, really low until you get higher up. When you get higher up, the worst it is 20 floors. So 20 maps, and you AP. I mean, that's 5 hours. You know, 5 hours in your Ancient Power. There we go. It actually despawned quick. Give me some fat loot, for God's sakes. Ugh. Crappy. That's not a very good mod anyway, but getting the absolute minimum quality level that you can is even worse. Alright, well anyway, everybody, that is going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I'll be live tonight on Twitch at 11 p.m. I had some connection problems last night, is the reason I wasn't over there, but that Plague Star event in Warframe ends tomorrow. So it would be kind of just straight up dumb of me not to log in and take advantage of it, as it's just straight up you're not making money, but you're eliminating having to ever spend money in the future in Fortnite or in Warframe, pardon me, by being able to grind out all of these pre-made formos. I mean, right now I think I'm up to like 40 or 50 of them, but I originally wanted to have over 100. Iceman's at 71. That's awesome. I mean, I really wanted the event to end with me having over 100. That's not realistic, but I think I can get another 10 or 15 pretty realistically for sure. But anyway, thank you all an absolute ton. I really do appreciate it. I'll be on Discord and the official DD2 channel. If you guys are going to be have any more questions or whatever, feel free to head on over there. I'll hang out over there and, you know, see what I can do to help you all out. But anyway, thanks an absolute ton all. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next time around. Take it easy.